neutral, and I'd generally be okay. Now here I'm obviously just doing some sort of engagement both sides. It's not necessarily the most cost efficient. It looks like though the Colossus were fake, which is kind of interesting to know. I wasn't sure about the Colossus because he had a lot. Either way though, I know his army composition is now just a lot of Immortals.
Now, is this army a sacrifice in his main?
Somewhat. It's part sacrifice, part serious.
Alright, leave a little bit behind to make sure that the Overlords escape.
Generally. That's
Hopefully.
the idea behind it.
No!
Run, Overlords, run. But either way, not a big deal.
And Hive's starting up around 16 minutes. This feels like your Hive's a little bit delayed, to be honest.
Really?
It does.
Oh, I'm okay with it. Like, I have 4 bases. Need to spread out some of my drones to that 4th base. But other than that, I feel like I'm doing pretty good at this point in time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Knocked out the main Nexus, going to continue to multi-prong, hitting that 3rd.
Yep. No reason not to at this point in time.
And going to continue to drop.
Yep.
And this is what we were talking about. You establish this incredible macro advantage, and then you just lean on the Protoss play.
Yep, pretty much.
Makes a lot of sense.
Like at this point now, I have these Hydras. They're fairly cost efficient. They're killing a lot of stuff. They don't really need to kill him completely. And like at this point, I'm again not really worried about much of anything. I have like 5 bases. I've killed his main. I'm able to do like multi-pronged attacks.
Those roaches loading up
Keep
to
some
drop
bird.
another day, and here comes the counter. Infestors now?
Yeah, that's definitely what I want to have, is for sure Infestors.
And is this a transition into Hydra Link?
Yep, somewhat. It's just kind of like Lings are very, very quick units to have, obviously. And here I don't really ever need to engage until I'm safe. Like,
Yeah.
Until I feel like I have enough to deal with this. I think I feel like I have enough to deal with it right now. Like, to be honest, I'm not.
But a hatchery is a small price to pay.
Oh yeah, I mean I have too many hatcheries, to be quite honest.
And there's the fungal. You're going nowhere, Immortals.
Pretty much, pretty much. Kill the sentries. At this point again, I have some little drops that are doing some damage.
Continuing
And,
to
you know,
mine
I
for
can-
that drop.
Sure, and then I can go into,
Broodlords?
yep, exactly. And I have, you know, these nice little spine and spore crawlers at each base.
You make it look so easy.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. You know, here, like, again, I have this huge army. I'm not really worried. It's basically 2 base against 1 at this point. Or, I mean, me and my numbers,
I wasn't gonna say anything, man. We're just.
But, I mean, you get the comparison, though.
it's
Like, I have
more
4
against
2.
less. It's more bases against less. We'll just call it
There
that.
you go. Makes a lot more sense than my horrible, horrible analogy.
Counting is hard sometimes.
It is. Try and count while you're doing other things. It's a pain in the neck. So here I can just like do a fake job if I want to. I guess I need to make sure he doesn't have the gold. That's probably the biggest thing. Like, if he takes the gold, that's his best chance back in. But I am getting 2 upgrades now for my Lings. I do have dropship. If I need to, I can go into Baneling drops. Like, if you had full economy here, I might be worried about it. I just need to worry about gas. It wouldn't hurt to throw down an extra macro hatch, take the gold again. Like, there's him actually just now trying to take the gold. And here, I'll show you my cool new trick. I won't even go for the gold. My cool new trick. It's nothing amazing. It's obviously not even that much of a new trick. But, like, okay, I have an okay ground army here, right?
Yeah.
And I have some guys, I want to turn them all into Broodlords. I don't have quite enough amount. So I mean, this is something that's been around for a while, so, like, but I really like doing this now.
Throw down the spores. Open up the supply.
Pretty much. And I really enjoy doing this nowadays.
Morph the broodies.
Yep.
Stay maxed and then cancel that shit.
Yep. Pretty much. And then at this point, you know, you're laughing because you're at like 1,000,000 supply.
Yeah.
Or it's 10 more supply than before. And in this situation, you know, how can it not help but be good?
Yep, rocking the 220 supply army.
Yeah, but I guess I really should have said this whenever we were discussing the whole. Well, what do you do against
The death ball.
against the death ball? You get your own slightly larger death ball. and you save up a ton of larvae.
No, infest us!
It's okay. They were,
They serve their purpose.
exactly.
That is a lot of Hydra. I just have
Hydras are
such a
pretty
hard
good at
time
stuff.
making Hydras, man. But I guess he didn't really make Colossi, so it was not needed.
Yep. Well, it's against this Immortal, and I do have Brood Lords to deal with everything else.
Yep.
So whenever I want to, I can just tuck in these Corruptors, because there's no more, no Colossus at all. If there are Colossus around, though, I want these Brood Lords. Either way, though, there's not. So, I can just make a ton of Brood Lords more. For a while now, it's been pretty over. I just haven't been able to finish in Glovius' Protoss.
Exactly.
Or because I really haven't been going for it either.
And there is the GG. That didn't look too hard, man. That looked pretty straight up and simple.
I like ZvP.
You're the only one. You're the only one in the world.
I guess so.
I take that back. I enjoy playing ZvP. It just frustrates me to no end sometimes because I get into these positions where I just don't know what to do. So, all right, let's jump in and do another one. I'm going to take us to Xel'Naga Caverns. I'm picking Xel'Naga for a couple of reasons. The first is it's a two-player map, which it kind of introduces an interesting dynamic in and of itself because you always know where the other guy is.
Yep.
The second is because it's a little bit harder to take a third here. You've got rocks in your way to your natural third. You've got rocks to the gold. And I think the most viable fast third is probably his fourth. So how do you feel about that? What is your take on this map?
I don't mind splitting it in a weird direction sometimes. Like, I'll take my general natural, and then I'll take, like, the third directly kind of above or below. Like, if you think about it, it's just going to be the one. If you're at the bottom left, it's going to be the one dead, above you. If it's the other one, it's going to be the one dead below you.
Right.
And I'll just kind of worry about those strokes over there, and you kind of create this kind of weird situation that's a little bit different.
Okay.
You can go really, really quickly to his third and fourth, and if he decides to go and just absolutely destroy your third, you can kind of come around and either go for his natural, his third as well, and then while he killed your third, you've remade your third on the other side, so you've changed the entire, map balance.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, you killed either his natural or his third, so it's, 3 bases against 2 again, and you run your army back because there's a nice area you can run away, and blah, blah, blah.
All right. Cool. Now, one other little detail about Xel'Naga Caverns is there are attack paths everywhere, and I really enjoy roach-heavy styles on this map because there's so many ways for you to poke around and backdoor and be annoying. Do you feel the same way, or is this a map that's going to beg for a different style out of you?
That's interesting. This map, I absolutely hate mutas. I will pretty much never do them, which I guess is kind of bad. But I've never been able to figure it out, honestly.
Right.
To my specification, I guess. It's not really macro as much as it is micro and timing and APM.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I still like the same roach deal. I do like Baneling on this map a lot. There's, like you said, there are a lot of different attack patterns. You can Baneling bust those 2 pylons in the back and run in with Lings. It's pretty good, and so forth.
Cool. All right, man. Well, I'm going to get the go-ahead, and we will rock and roll.
Sounds good, man. It's so nice to be able to just relax and hang out with you. It's quite nice.
Oh, thanks, Sheth. I'm still waiting on that invite to the FXO house.
I talked about it today on my stream with Josh.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You said, hey, Josh, we need to bring Mr. Bitter to the FXO house.
I did. He goes, then he better be really nice to me at MLG Columbus. And I go, oh, he will be.
All right.
So you better be. Better be nice to
right.
Josh.
I will,
I'm plugging for you.
I will,
You keep thinking I'm kidding. No, I'm serious.
I'll bring my knee pads.
No. Be nice to Josh. That's all he wants. I can't wait for Columbus.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. I still have to make my hotel reservation. I have to do that. Holy crap, I have to do that.
It's going to be another great event, man. I can't wait for it.
Just have to make sure not to drink so much at the after party.
Dude, it's open bar, open food, man.
It was fine until Rhett started buying me shots.
Yep. It's always how it is. It was fine for me until like Spazcraft started buying me
Oh
shots.
god, yeah. Same deal.
Then I was still fine. But I love that I have my hotel room right across the street. That was like the nicest thing ever.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about anything. I can just drunkenly walk home.
That was a great time, man. Really can't wait for Columbus.
Oh yeah.
All right, so two-player map. Is this going to make your early ling pressure more viable?
Sure. We'll go ahead and do it this game.
Heck yeah,
Why not, right?
that's right.
It's fun and lovable. It feels Zerg-like. It feels Zerg-like. Like, it just has the feel to me like, okay,
I
this
agree.
feels like how Zerg should be
I
played.
agree. You remember how good 9-pool speedlings were in Brute War?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I do.
Let's
Took
talk about
micro,
that.
but I loved it.
Who was I talking? I was talking about that with Saracen last night. How
Oh, nice.
2 Zerglings get into your base and kill your Nexus if you're Protoss.
Yep. Indeed, man. Do you hang out with Saracen very often?
Uh,
Alex?
yeah, we play a lot.
Oh, cool. He's a really awesome guy. Really nice. Writer for Team Liquid, too, which is, like,
He's a
added
boss.
bonus.
He
Oh,
is
yeah.
a total boss.
That he is.
Super annoying probe.
Yep. Like, every once in a while I'll go for it like that. I don't actually intend to kill it, but I just intend to scare it off. Like, it's going to be hard for him to come back and try and poke me now. Seriously. Because, you know, he lost a bit of health, even, so...
He's like, screw you, Sheth. I'm still gonna do it.
He is.
See that? And this probe's already caused you to mine 12 extra gas.
I know.
What
It's horrible.
a jerk.
Seriously.
All right, so you
What's
got
up with that, bro?
got your lings on the way. 6 lings. Are there gonna be more lings behind this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, says Sheth.
There will be. I assure you.
Oh, what a jerk.
This is gonna sound weird, but this really doesn't change the fact that I'm still gonna early pressure him.
Now, why are you targeting the gateway and not the pylon?
I was targeting the Cyber Core because I know if it finishes, like I can kill it. Like if I kill the pylon first, he's going to the Cybernetics Core is gonna have more health, for instance.
Okay,
So I simply target the Cyber Core because I want to get rid of all of its health first.
it's the fastest.
Because I don't
way.
want it to build up anymore.
All right.
Yeah, but he like did delay it a bit because I don't really need my expansion.
But that investment seems like it's going to put him at risk of this pressure.
If he didn't chrono boost his units, like we'll have to see. Oh, he has a stock already. No, he's fine.
It's a really nice wall off.
Yep. Like there's not much I can do from this standpoint, and he has no gas units, which is worrisome. To me.
Yeah. Anytime I see a stalker right off the bat, that immediately puts me into panic mode.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not really panic mode as much as like careful mode for me.
It's panic mode for me because, see, that's probably not even the same stalker.
Well, we can check that out. You know, like, these are things you need to do.
But maybe it is the same stalker.
We'll see.
And you're just going for this.
Sure. The stalker's a bit out of position.
Oh no! Future's so good.
Either way, I am getting in here.
Yep.
So I see exactly what's going on. So to me, that's actually a pretty worthwhile trade.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there. Got a zealot, got a probe, got a pylon.
Mm-hmm. And I know it's going down.
Actually, if you were to look at the units lost or the resources lost tab, you came out of that whole deal quite ahead.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Good to know. Like, lings are actually pretty cheap.
Yes,
The one thing they do is you do lose all of your larvae. Like that's the one part where that wasn't very cost efficient at all. If you think about it, you know?
Yeah, makes sense. But let's talk about what you saw. You saw Stargate off of one base. That would be a little nerve-wracking for me. You're going to make extra queens, but I don't see an Evo chamber going down. Why not?
I'm not that worried about it yet. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of lings, and I'm just making 4 queens. So I'm gonna have a bunch of queens. If I do need to, like if I see, like I saw the starport, so I worry now that it won't actually happen.
Right.
Like he'll not make anything out of like even I'm just gonna send this overlord in to check, because I need to know if he's going Phoenix. I need to know if he's going Void. I need to know if he's just going for like a 4-gate timing now, or even just a 3-gate pressure timing. And either way, it's not going to be a huge difference. Alright, so looks like I have generally enough. I have 1 Void Ray. That's all I see there. Which isn't, you know, like a huge threat at this point. I have a whole bunch of lings being made, which is just what I want to be able to do to at least hopefully kill a few sentries. Like, it doesn't need to completely kill him at all. And I'm going to have, mind you, 5 queens shortly. So, again, not that worried.